Hi everyone, Lovely Roll here, and welcome to my channel, Spoonful of Love. And yes, it's been a while. I didn't get a chance to make another videos for you just because we went for a vacation for almost a month. It's just so hard to shoot since we've been moving from one hotel to another. But anyways, I will be sharing you a really sumptuous recipe for today. So it's called beef pepper steak. So if I remembered it correctly, I learned this recipe like 10 years ago from one of my colleagues. It's not exactly how he made it, but flavor wise it's still like delicious. And this is really inexpensive because it doesn't call for so much ingredients and mostly requested whenever we have gatherings at home. But so without further ado, let's start cooking. So I have a pound of beef strips. I have 2 bell peppers and a bulb of onion, and I'll just slice them. So after I clean the meat, I just put in some water and I will boil this for 30 minutes to create some soup stocks. So this is after 30 minutes. I'm just double checking my meat. I want to make sure it's tender. And I'm pretty sure the soup stock is ready too. So we could now set them aside. So in a preheated pan, I'm just adding in some crushed pepper. So take note guys, we will be using a generous amount of pepper in this recipe. So I'm just like toasting it just to give like an aroma. Then throw in a teaspoon of butter. So just a heads up guys, we're on the process of making the gravy for this recipe. I just want to make sure the butter is really melted before I throw in the rest of the ingredients. So next off, this is beef cubes. So this is like a seasoning that we normally use in the Philippines. So there's like pork, there's chicken. I'm using beef since my recipe is calling for a beef meat. So I'm making sure it's like thoroughly mixed into the butter. Then we will be adding 2 teaspoons of flour. So make sure the flour gets really like toast or cooked so it wouldn't have like the flour flavor when it's like uncooked. So you have to really like keep stirring it. So as you see, I'll be adding again some pepper. So this is after 4 minutes and I'm ready to add my 2 cups of soup stocks. So you really have to make sure you are giving this a good mix. So I'll use a whisk instead, just so you could get rid of the lumps from the flour. Just keep whisking it. So I'll add in a teaspoon of seasoning soy sauce. So seasoning soy sauce is different from your regular soy sauce. It has like a sweet taste to it. So let me just give it a taste so I know where to adjust. And I'm pretty much satisfied. It tastes so good and it's so flavorful. Oh, I hope you could smell it from here. So I'm adding in some pepper again. And this is actually done. I'll just let it simmer for a little bit just to reduce the liquid. And as soon as we set this aside, the gravy will start to thicken too. So in the same pan, I add in a teaspoon of butter, and once it's melted, I will be adding half of the onion I chopped earlier. So we will just saute this until it's translucent. So once it's translucent, we can now throw in our beef that we set aside earlier. So we will just quickly saute this since this one is already cooked. And make sure you keep stirring it. So we will now add in our gravy sauce. So I will just allow this to simmer for a minute or two. I just wanted the gravy to really soak into the meat. So throw in the bell pepper, and the rest of the onion. And just cover it. So this is a minute after. I will just give it a stir and I will cover it again for another minute. So I would just allow the moisture to cook the bell pepper and the onion so it's cooked but it would still be crunchy. Okay, so this is actually done. So I'll just turn off the heat and we will plate this one. Okay, so there you have it, everyone. Another spoonful of love recipe for you. So as I always do, I posted the exact measurements and the ingredients on the description box below. Just feel free to click that down, and please do subscribe to my channel. Give it the thumbs up if you do like the recipe. Don't hesitate to try this one at home, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you.